just talked about the Middle East, and to conclude, I didn't say much about Jerusalem, and I'd like to talk a little bit about Jerusalem because it's so important to Islam and to Judaism and to Christianity. So we'll just briefly talk a little bit about it because also I've selected Jerusalem as one of the key cities in this realm that I always pick out. So here is Jerusalem, and it's right on the coast here, and it is located, again, it's very hard to see at this scale of map, but you can look online too. You can look at a map of Israel and see that it is located right here, and it is supposed to be, as decreed by the UN when the State of Israel was created, it was supposed to be governed by representatives of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, because it's a holy city to all three. And yet, truth be told, Jerusalem is in control of Jerusalem also at this point. So really, to sum it up, the reasons why the Palestinian-Israeli conflict is so hard to solve right now, among those are these. The Palestinians living in the West Bank, and there hasn't been resolution of whether it's going to be a two-state solution or that neighborhoods keep being built, or conflict between the two. Also, the Gaza Strip, there continues to be tension because that was belonging to Egypt at one time. And of course, the West Bank belonged to Jordan at one time, and Palestinians, and there are large Arab populations in both. And the same with Golan Heights, which used to belong to Syria. That's not given back because it has a huge water source for Israel. And last but not least, Jerusalem. That Jerusalem is still largely in control of Israel, and that it is a holy city for all three religions. So those are the major items that keep peace and resolution from occurring there. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the Arabian Peninsula. The Arabian Peninsula, so we always ask that question, why is this a region? So why is this a region? And we have talked at the beginning about how Islam, this is the birthplace of Islam. So that is the first thing that we will put on our list, that the Prophet was born here in Mecca, and the Prophet Muhammad made his Hajj or journey to Medina, and following that was the blossoming of Islam and how it blossomed out of Saudi Arabia. We also talked about how the Wahhabi sect was a Bedouin or a nomadic tribal, these peoples of the desert used camels and had harems and just a whole set of cultural values that are still there today. And Wahhabi is very strict, the very strictest form of Islam. It's Sunni Islam, which is the majority sect of Islam, and mostly Sunni people speak Arabic because they were Arabicized as Islam spread. And during the time of the Ottomans, we also spoke about when Ottoman Empire really spread Islam far and wide during that time until World War I, when the Ottoman Empire was really seized by Europeans at the end of World War I. So this is where Islam originates, and we'll go ahead and talk about the countries of the Arabian Peninsula. So the first one will be Saudi Arabia, which is central to the Arabian Peninsula. Then we have Yemen, we have Oman, and don't forget Oman has this little tip that is separate from the body of Oman here, and it jets out into the Persian Gulf, and it is actually a choke point. Choke point meaning it's where it narrows, and so the ships have the shores of Iran and the shores of Oman right there. So Omanis can control that traffic pretty easily. Then there's this ship-shaped piece right on the Persian Gulf called United Arab Emirates, which is composed of 7 emirates or monarchies. And so an emirate is emir is a king. And then there is Qatar, which again at this scale it's a little hard to see, but you can look online for blow-ups of Qatar and how it's a thumb-shaped state that juts out into the Persian Gulf. Next to it is Bahrain, which is an island state. There's small islands and also one big island. And then there's Kuwait at the very northern end of the Persian Gulf. And let's not forget there's also the Gulf of Oman on the other side of this choke point. This is the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean.